AIML stands for Artificial Intelligence Markup Language. Right? The interesting part about that is the knowledge base or the database of the application that we build. Right? In the morning, it is 5 MB. Interestingly, in the late night, it automatically becomes 500 MB. How does that happen? It is constantly learning from the internet all by itself, or even chatting with people. Yes or no? Right? Artificial intelligence and machine learning is not a specific domain. People usually say, I am into AI, I am into ML. But let me tell you, it is a domain which is more of an allied domain for any core domain. Am I clear? Say you have finance. AI can be integrated with finance. You're talking about healthcare. AI can be integrated with healthcare. So, you're talking about AI as one core domain. I would strongly share my view that it is a allied domain, right? It is a domain which is effectively allied domain. If you have a AI specifically as an AI, right, you would not have any relatively good outcomes. When you have a robot that is starting to talk with you, right, then you think it is AI. No, it's robotics. AI is helping robotics. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? So I actually have some very interesting points that I wanted to share. Before I get started, I would like to quickly ask you, how many of you have heard of this term called the Turing test? What is Turing test? Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Wonderful. So for people who do not know what is Turing test, T-U-R-I-N-G, Turing, right? Turing test is a test that is created by a British mathematician called Alan Turing in 1950, right? So what did he come up with? He came up with a test where the machine interacts with a judge, right? And another human interacts with the same judge, right? The judge should not even know. This is through text conversation, like chat. The judge should not be able to distinguish which is a human and which is a bot. Am I clear? How many of you are aware of this thing called CAPTCHA? Anytime you create an account in sites, it says clear the CAPTCHA, solve the puzzle. It says you have to type the same thing. Yes or no? It's called the CAPTCHA. Yes or no? What does CAPTCHA stand for? It says CAPTCHA. Computer aided Turing machine to say computers and humans apart. Does it make sense? It is a small module there to identify if it is a human who is signing in or if it's some kind of an automated bot that is trying to sign in. Am I clear? Yes or no? These are the small cautionary steps or controls we had in place, right? So they came up with CAPTCHA version 1, CAPTCHA version 2, CAPTCHA version 3, reCAPTCHA. How many of you are aware? Google acquired reCAPTCHA close to 12 years ago. reCAPTCHA is a small company who came up with that images, distorted images where you have to type in the actual value. Yes or no? Any guess how much Google acquired it for? They acquired it for $15 million back 12 years ago. $50 million. Right? There's a contradictory stat I want to share. Any idea how much Google acquired Android for? Android? Same $50 million. Right? Interestingly, same $50 million. How many of you know Android is not a mobile phone operating system, first of all? We all think Android is a mobile phone operating system. No. It is an operating system that was intended only for cameras, digital cameras. But eventually we started to put SIM into that and made a camera into a mobile device, right? I mean, I'm just sharing this because there's a kind of a trend that I'm seeing. Are you able to connect with what I'm saying? Yes, no? Right? Okay. I would also like to tell you